point of enrollment. So we need to clarify that, because otherwise I may interpret it that the existing regime is the act that is in force.
Maybe we have to qualify it by saying the existing regime before coming into force of this law.
Exactly.
Yes. Let me hear majority leader, then the AG and the chairman will finish it up.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
The amendment proposed that I see advertised says 88, that's transitional provisions, clause 88, subclause 1. A person who, before the coming into force of this act, is enrolled Have we taken XI? I didn't? Have we taken XII? We've taken XII.
XII is under reference.
But I think the chairman has an issue with XI. No, the chairman has an issue with XI. He has an issue with XI.
Chairman, I put a question on the XI. We are now talking about XII, which is the amendment under reference. Yes, Honorable John Dako.
Speaker, leader, if you may, maybe if I can explain what has happened to you.
Just propose.
So
Honorable Chairman of the committee, what is the situation?
Speaker, we're on XII now, but I will crave your indulgence. On XII, we're looking at the word existing regime. Mr. Speaker, I want us to tweak the amendment a little bit to read a student enrolled in a professional legal training program before the coming into force of this act shall continue under the regime prior to the coming into force of this act. We delete the existing. We delete existing.
Honourable members, I'll put a question.
Yeah. Oh, it's yours.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. The ayes have it. The proposed amendment is ordered to stand part of the bill.
Yeah.
Yes, Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, while we had traversed XI, I crave your indulgence to take us back to XI2.
Please do.
Mr. Speaker, let me start with XI1. A person who, before the coming into force of this act, is enrolled at the Ghana School of Law and is undertaking the professional law course shall complete the professional law course under the applicable enactment and curriculum in force at the time of enrollment. These were all in agreement. But 2 now says, A person who completes a professional law course under subsection 1 is eligible to apply to sit a national bar exam. That cannot be. Whoever finds himself in Makola now, whether professional 1 or 2, must go with the old curriculum. You cannot be asked to go back and write the national bar examination. So I propose that we delete 2. The person has accrued rights.
Yes, it's a good proposal.
Yes.
Yes. Honorable Patrick Yaboma.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't ask.
Okay, that's fine.
Mr. Speaker, government can also decide to give this new act some space to take effect. Government can decide that, look, this act will take place or will take effect in next year or 2 years to take care of what Honorable Shaibu's apprehensions are. Because you see, Mr. Speaker, if we allow this provision to be deleted, what will happen to those who would have taken the bar exams, the part 1 exams under 1? Those rights would have been accrued, number 1. Number 2, you are saying that those under subclause 2 will not be eligible to apply to sit in the ensuing exams. That cannot be, because you'll be denying them. They would have started the program already. The program is not only for part 1 and part 2. It's a total program. Once you enroll, you have a legitimate expectation to sit for that exams. Attorney General, once you are enrolled, you have that legitimate expectation to sit for the exams. So it cannot be that I've sat in part 1 and I cannot be given that right to sit the national bar exam when I get to part 2 because there's a new law in force. You'll be denying me. You have to look at that carefully.
Honorable Baba Jamal.
You see, if you seek to delete that completely, it means that if somebody who studied under the old regime and happens to fail, you are closing the door for him to progress under the new regime. So if the person writes the old regime and fails, and thinks that he's competent enough to go under the new act, he should be given the opportunity to do so. So if the person studies under the old law, he can't be eligible to write the bar exams under the new act. So I think that we shouldn't delete that too completely. We should allow it there so that when a person fails the first one, he can decide to go under the second law and then write it under the second law. I think we should allow it.
Yes, but if you complete the professional law course, like what is here, a person who completes the professional law course under section 1, how on earth will you complete a professional law course and again be eligible under the existing regime to write the bar exams? Because once you complete the professional law course, upon passing, you will be called to the bar.
No, Mr. Speaker. People complete the training all right and fail.
No, but if you fail, that doesn't mean you have completed.
Yes, that's it. You see, you complete.
No.
Mr.
It's not. It's completion here does not mean passing through. You have satisfied the requirement.
Mr. Speaker,
then you have
the interpretation of completing, because completing means that you would have completed and passed and called to the bar.
So let me ask you a question. A student of senior high school who did not write the SS examination, can he claim to have completed senior high school?
Oh, so Mr. Speaker, if he, at the end of the 3 years. They are going to write the exam, and then he fell sick and he's not able to go and write.
So you have completed.
He would have finished. He would have finished the course.
You didn't satisfy the requirements.
No. Anyway,
yes.
My point, Mr. Speaker, my point is that we should fine-tune that too, to allow people who might have failed under the old regime to have the opportunity to write in the next regime. That's my point. Otherwise, you close the door completely to those who might have failed and could not go here.
Yes.
I think I'm of the view espoused by the Speaker that if you have completed, you are entitled to be called to the bar. But I also understand what we are trying to cure. So maybe some rendition that addresses that, which is basically to say that if you have gone through the professional law course and you are not successful in the examination, room should be created for you to be eligible to write the National Bar exam. Given that you have already gone through the law programs, and the new regime makes provision for those who have gone through the law programs to write the National Bar examination. So if you go through the law program also under the old regime, but you fail to pass the examination, you should be among those eligible to also write the bar examination. We as a parliament can confer that privilege. We can confer that privilege on those that have gone through the law program but have failed at the end of the program. But then, because they've gone through the program, they can prepare and write the National Bar examination. I think that is the proposal. That's what
is that before AG comes in, Speaker, the current arrangement is that you join, for instance, University of Ghana School of Law for your LLB. You progress to the professional stage. You go through the training. Write all the set exams